The Golden Bachelorette's Joan Vassos and Chock Chapple have shared they won't get married this year, and I think it's for this one specific reason. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching for more details. The Golden Bachelorette stars Joan Vassos and Chock Chapple haven't been together for long, but though Bachelor Nation expects them to marry this year, I'm convinced they won't be exchanging vows in 2025 for one specific reason. Throughout the run of The Bachelor, it's become customary for the couples who come from the show and its spin-offs to move quickly in their relationships. After meeting, getting to know one another, and getting engaged in just a few short weeks, the couples are often expected to keep the same pace as they move along in their connection, no matter how unsustainable. The Golden Bachelorette Season 1 introduced Joan to a large group of suitors including Chock, and was meant to be similar to its predecessor, The Golden Bachelor, despite the poor outcome. While some were considering The Golden Bachelorette a branch off of the previous series, others felt certain that it was being used to make up for the mistakes of the original. Even so, Joan and Chock's relationship has been vastly different than Golden Bachelor Jerry Turner and Teresa Nist's. As Joan and Chock have moved through their post-show relationship, they've been open about their engagement and big future plans. Joan and Chock have been open with their relationship post-show. Throughout their time together after The Golden Bachelorette, Joan and Chock have been sharing a lot about their relationship with Bachelor Nation. Though the couple have faced some serious backlash since their time on The Golden Bachelorette, things have slowed down in recent months as Joan and Chock have been sharing a lot more about their time together in a realistic way. Though many had issues with Chock during his time on the show, it's become clear after the fact that some of his red flags weren't necessarily issues. The Golden Bachelorette's editing wasn't in line with his real personality. In an interview, Joan opened up about her feelings for Chock, really getting real. She seemed so smitten with her beau, but wedding planning appeared to be a stressor rather than a joy. To Us magazine she said, "Remove ads." She said, "And I certainly want to marry this man. He is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. But the thought of planning a wedding right now sounds exhausting. And we have been so busy anyway, and I don't see an end anytime really soon, and I don't necessarily want an end to this." After the show's finale, wherein Joan and Chock revealed that they were going to be searching for a place in New York City for them to live in the future, the newly engaged couple opened up about their lives online. Sharing content consistently throughout the last few months, Joan specifically has been open about how she's been living within her long-distance relationship and what Bachelor Nation can expect from her and Chock moving forward. While Joan seems comfortable and confident in her content, Chock doesn't always strike me as someone who wants his life to be shared on social media. Joan and Chock have been learning new things about each other. They've been finding out they don't know everything. As Joan and Chock have moved through their time off the show, the pair have been doing their best to ensure that they know as much as they can about each other. Sharing preferences was easy during their time on The Golden Bachelorette, but genuinely finding out who the other is and learning more about their lives together is something that could only start to happen once the Bachelor cameras and producers weren't around anymore. As Joan and Chock have moved through their relationship, the pair have been finding things out about one another that have been surprising and obvious. Related: 20 best reality TV shows right now. With Joan and Chock learning more about their relationship as they've continued to find each other in new situations, the couple have had to come to terms with some things they don't like. While their time on The Golden Bachelorette was a precursor to their actual relationship, the pair were open about the fact that there was still a lot they had to learn about one another in the months to come. After a recent vacation where Joan learned that Chock, who she's been engaged to for months, is afraid of heights, it's clear there's still a lot to cover. Regardless, Joan seems to be in it for the long haul. Then again, she's not so interested in walking down the aisle. In fact, doing that may be low on her list of priorities. To Parade, Joan said, "I am planning on marrying him. I don't know if it's this year," she said via Zoom. "I mean, likely it is this year, but we are so busy. Busy that I had never expected. We get the opportunity to do so many things now." Joan and Chock have shared a wedding isn't their priority. They're looking to move to NYC. Custom image by Cesar Garcia. As Joan and Chock have moved through their relationship in public, they've had to comment about a lot of personal things that aren't necessarily the most comfortable. The pair are a bachelor couple, and after getting engaged during the finale of The Golden Bachelorette, One of the only questions they were asked by reporters and Bachelor Nation alike was about when they'd start planning their wedding. The couple made it clear that they were going to take some time to settle into their relationship before planning, but wanted to start figuring things out about their wedding sooner rather than later. After a few months passed, when asked to revisit the topic, Joan and Chock's answer had shifted to something a bit more concrete. Sharing that they weren't necessarily interested in getting married soon, Chock stepped up to finally share that they weren't planning on marrying during 2025. While the couple shared that they want to be married, Chock and Joan have both been open about wanting to focus on finding somewhere they can live together before they focus on their wedding. As their New York real estate search is taking time, the pair are slowing down with the wedding plans. Joan and Chock won't get married in 2025 because they're taking their time. They need to take a slower pace. Although Joan and Chock have announced that they won't be getting married this year themselves, I think it has a lot less to do with their real estate search than they've made it out to be. The accelerated speed at which Joan and Chock got together was a lot for both of them, especially as they've each lost partners in the last few years. After taking time to settle back into their lives after the Golden Bachelorette experience, the pair appeared to be moving a bit more slowly in connecting, though both have shared how much they value their connection. Once they finally revealed they wouldn't be getting married in 2025, I felt strongly that it was obvious Joan and Chock were choosing to share the information to make it clear that they wanted to slow their relationship down. Taking the time to get to know one another, understand one another, and make it blatantly obvious to both of them that they want to be married seems like a great idea for the couple. While the love is still there between them, Joan and Chock are using their time wisely after the Golden Bachelorette to ensure they're a good match.